Hey, Farva, what's the name of that restaurant you like with all the goofy shit on the walls and the mozzarella sticks?
Welcome to the Cam Shenanigans podcast,
You mean Shenanigans? Oh! You're talking about Shenanigans, right?
where Mike, Trent, and Zach, and a guest will debate all things automotive.
Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Make sure to check out Cam Automag on all the social medias at Cam Automag. And don't forget to support our sponsor, Hustle Energy.
All right, look at that. I can figure this thing out as we go.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
Welcome everybody to the Cam. Kitty. Welcome everybody to the Cam Shenanigans podcast, the podcast that has a sexy kitty in one guy's lap and the host who's posed out like a sexy kitty. I am Mike M. Chant Photo, guy who's been busting his ass moving the last. Go ahead and say week and change. And I am joined, not as always, but glad to have him back by the one, the only, the professor of ghetto arts, Dave Raleigh.
Bless.
There it is.
It's good to be back.
It's great to have you back. And also shout out to Bob.
Kitty.
Kitty.
Hey, bub. Okay, now he's shy. He's
No,
not
come
gonna
on,
say
Bob.
anything.
Whatever. Anyway, find us on all the social medias. We're at Cam Automag on a lot of them. We're out there. Hi, Zach. Hold on.
Oh, Zach is in.
He's listening.
Excellent.
Yep, there he is.
Guessing he's just at work or something.
No, actually, shout out to friend of the program, Will. He had some more surgery, and he is home from the hospital, so Zach is over there with Will, keeping him company.
Oh, super cool. Well,
Yeah.
that is a good reason.
Yeah, so shout out to Zach, and shout out to Will. Hope you're feeling better, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Posted a grotesque picture of a part of the rib that they removed.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yummy.
No thanks.
Anyway. Yep. Anyway, like I said, follow us on all the social medias. We're at Cam Automag on a lot of them, except for TikTok and Snapchat. We have yet to crack those nuts, but, whatever.
We could.
Yeah, we'll get there. We keep kicking around the idea. We'll get there eventually. We'll figure it out. Go ahead and subscribe to the Cam Shenanigans podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Like, rate, review, subscribe. Will just sent me a photo. All right, not sure how well the camera's going to pick this up, but who wants ribs?
Oh. No. Hard pass.
Yeah, hard no. But thanks anyway, buddy. Like, rate, review, subscribe to the Cam Shenanigans podcast. We're out there. We could really use the support. More people who give us ratings and reviews. That helps us gain heat, which means more people see us. It means we can do more. Like,
Yes.
More of these super sexy podcasts.
Super
I don't know.
sexy indeed.
Indeed. I'm going to have to keep moving my laptop because I'm literally on my bed and I didn't have the forethought to put anything underneath it to kind of lift it up off the comforter.
Oh, no.
So, it's going to be a real interesting podcast.
We'll make it work.
We'll do what we can. So, while I'm here and thinking about it,
Yes.
so there be a thing in...
thing.
Yeah, a thing that looks like it's being produced somewhere.
Oh.
No, I don't want to see that. I want to see this. Yes. So, apparently there is a gray-looking Nissan Z Proto
Ooh.
currently being assembled in what looks like the Tochigi plant in Japan, which is where Nissan builds the GTR, the 370Z, the Q50, and the Q60.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a post from Z1 Motorsports. So, yes, I'm doing this on my phone because the old laptop here, not quite sure she's up to doing screen share.
All right.
So
it looks
yeah.
like they didn't change the back end any, but the
Didn't change much,
front
but
end-
that's more of a production interior.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Yeah.
let's see what happens.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan initially. Perhaps once there's a few on the road, I'll probably like them a little more. I said the same thing about the Supra, so
yeah.
we
I
will
mean,
see.
yeah, I think it's going to be one of those. It's. I really think that just all of us are going to be. Oh, hold on. Oh, this is definitely going to get us demonetized. But it's
Oh
not like we're
no.
monetized on YouTube anyway. Sexy bed, Zach.
Oh wow, it has two extra cylinders.
Hey. uh,
That's terrible.
That's just a thing there, guys. Don't send anything to me if you want to. I mean, if you know I'm going to be podcasting that day, don't send stuff to me. It could very well end up out there. Andrew does bring up an interesting point here. Why don't you guys jump on the podcast together? But when Zach called me earlier today to inform me that he was not going to be able to make it because he was going to go be with Will, I answered Zach's phone call. He had to call me while I was on the toilet, so there's that. And also,
Urgent information.
Will specifically said, "Don't make him laugh." So it's probably a good thing that Will ain't on here because this is going to be a laugh riot. Maybe, probably not.
Okay.
Whatever, we'll do what we can. But back to that Z Proto thing. So I'm already seeing out there on the internet the best thing that's ever happened to humanity. People already complaining about this thing. Uh-oh. Oh boy.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, he's down half a rib but high in spirits.
Hey.
It's Zach and Will.
Oh man, I feel bad for you already.
Aw.
I thought we would stop it and say hi. Will is doing well. The good friend of the program, Will, is doing well.
Yeah.
Will is doing well.
I was duped by my surgeon. I want to say I had a rib removed, and I have yet to see Eve show up. She's been absent.
Well, did you bury it?
Are you supposed to bury it or water it? Is it a
Is
plant?
that part of this thing?
Something kind of like Eve is of Adam's rib and also the earth, I think. I don't know.
I'll need to reread Genesis. I think maybe I messed up.
Yeah, reread and get back to me on that one because I'm kind of hazy how this whole mess started.
Well, I thought we'd stop and say hi. I'll let you guys get back to your show. Do well. Make me proud.
We'll do what we can.
Yeah. And I did see the sexy photo of me. I do hate this man for that.
There you go.
He was in the hospital and he wants someone to talk to, so I video called him. And I was not wearing a shirt because we're those kind of friends.
A nice
Hey, man.
screenshot. From him.
So there we go. If you ever have to video call Will, who looks a lot like Carrie was, just make sure you're not doing anything screenshot worthy. And there we go.
Well, thanks for letting me steal Zach for tonight.
Hey, no problem at all. Feel better, bud.
All
All
right.
right, you guys have fun. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye. See ya. Well, that was fun.
That was adorable.
Yeah, we
Good to
might
see
just
he's
randomly
in
start.
good spirits.
Oh, yeah. I think we need to just randomly start sending out the link to people, see if we can get some more pop-ins.
Yeah, I'd be all right with that.
Yeah. Had to take a picture. The sunset's looking pretty cool. It's hazy over the north end of the Oakers. So it's pretty nice looking right now. Anyway, so as I was saying, I'm already seeing people do my favorite thing on the internet, which is kind of people are already going to be hating on this car, and then people are already going to be hating on the people hating on this car. And it's
Right.
just like, can we just like, I know for the last year we've been like cooped up and not much has been going on, but do we really need to keep this energy going?
I mean, they got to hold on to something, right?
I guess so, but I mean, you mentioned the Supra earlier. I mean, it sure is a thing. And as we've seen with a friend of the program, most interesting man in the world, Brandon McConkey.
Yeah. His
Yeah.
in particular is insane.
Yeah, a fairly lightly touched Supra, just like banging mid-tens or whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean, about that, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like a 1068 or something. But whatever it was.
1087, I think, is what it was. At like
1087.
120, mid 120s.
Yeah, like that's okay. Keep beating that BMW dead horse joke. But I mean, this thing just. I mean, that thing is just like what, ECU reflash and a couple other things. No, like stock turbo, stock fuel system,
Yeah, it
like
is.
stock cooler.
Yeah, he could throw the tune back to stock and probably go take it in for any kind of warranted service.
Yeah. Like, say what you will. I mean, the new Z is probably going to be doing a lot of the same stuff. So, I mean, looks aside, but my thing is, why do we necessarily care what people on the internet care about?
I don't know. Why is cancel culture a thing?
I mean, it's one of those, like, there is something about being like, hey man, you said some fucked up shit. Could you maybe like apologize for it? No? Okay. Yeah. Like, you said some really fucked up things. Could you apologize? No? Okay. Okay. Like, there's that which I understand, but this, it's like, it's a car. It's a car that you're probably going to end up liking. Like,
yeah, everybody that was talking all the mad garbage on the A90s suddenly likes them all now. So
yeah. And it's like, do we really need to bring in the whole, like, because I know we all grew up on Xbox Live in the golden era,
right.
Do we really need to keep that one going? Because I'm good. I'm good with never hearing that mess again. Call me crazy. But whatever. In other news, Dave, you sent me something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This one I have actually only just barely started to skim through the article.
It is okay, but hey, there are going to be four fun Jeep concepts at this year's Easter Jeep Safari.
Mm-hmm. Which is not too far around the corner.
No, it is actually. Jesus, it's very close now that I think about it.
Yeah, Easter's only a handful of days away.
Yeah. Real quick, the lighting right now on me, just... Yeah. I'm digging it.
Sexy sax man.
Anyway, one of them is going to be the Magneto.
Yeah, this one's super cool. I like this for more reasons than I probably should. It's based, well, at least this concept is based on the current JL chassis Wrangler. Looks like this one's in either Rubicon or heavily modified base model trim. But it has let me see, according to
this article on Car Throttle.
Right, yes, it says it uses a, quote, custom-built axial flux motor, end quote, don't know what the hell that is, to power the wheels via a 6-speed manual gearbox.
Ooh.
And it's going to be just like every other manual gearbox with a third pedal.
I think that was the one like real big hang up that a lot of people had about electric vehicles. Just a lot of like, oh, well, I mean, you just press the throttle and go. But
right,
it's like, no.
You keep some of the sport alive in it. You keep some of the, necessity of having to drive it, which I really like. It kind of keeps them from feeling so disconnected, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
I like this because now you have. Well, I mean, for one, you can use all the standard running gear components that are already under a JL Wrangler. So that's going to make this potentially affordable if it's something that actually ends up happening.
Yeah.
Via limited quantity or not.
Yeah, and just kind of skimming through this, I believe they also talk about some of the other ones in here. There is one I do want to touch on after this, but so there are 4 battery packs in this thing, a combined 70 kilowatt hours between all those battery packs, and they are placed about the Jeep for decent weight distribution. Mm-hmm. One is mid-mounted where the fuel tank used to be. Another opposite that. Third sits above the electric motor where the engine normally sits, and a fourth and final pack lives in a space usually reserved for the rear end of the exhaust system.
Yeah, so where you have that shitty suitcase muffler, there is a battery.
Mm-hmm. And, yep, so power and torque figures are similar to that of the Pentastar. So 0 to 60 in about 6.8. It's got a 2-inch lift on it, 35-inch mud terrains, and Mopar rock rails.
Yeah, thing's pretty sweet. The photos of it in the article there. Yeah, perfect.
Yep. Yeah, again, we're going to keep this thing lo-fi. So anyway, the other thing that I really liked, I saw this a little bit, was, hold on. I got to find a better picture of this, but it is the Jeepster, if I can spell with one hand. Really glad nobody's in the comments right now.
Are you talking about the Jeepster Beach?
Yes, the Jeepster Beach.
This thing's pretty sweet. It's just like a seamless topless tub of like the old Commando, the old slantback Jeep.
Yeah, so there is a decent photo of it.
Yeah, that's a better image there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice flat nose of the original. Definitely digging it.
Yeah, so basically, it's, the classic looks of like a 68 Commando with a modern Rubicon underneath. So 267 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque, 4-to-1 transfer case, 8-speed automatic gearbox. It looks pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's a 2-liter inline 4. Wow, that's good power.
It's fucking beefy.
Yeah.
Let's see, there's going to be a cool Gladiator Rubicon, the Red Bear.
Yeah, I'm digging this one.
B-A-R-E, not B-E-A-R. Let's see, Dana 44s. Another 2 inches of ground clearance, rails, and 37-inch specifically BF Goodrich mud terrains.
They had to add BF Goodrich specifically.
Gotta.
Firecracker red with matte black and gold accents.
See, that's...
I dig that, but here's the part that gets me. That's what gets me excited here. Red flannel trim.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. That's what we're looking for. And then let's see. Oh, this is adorable. There is going to be a two-door Wrangler called the Orange Peels.
Yeah, it's a cute little something.
Yeah. Kind of gives a few nods to the open-air heritage of the Jeeps. The Wranglers. It's got half doors, a removable top, one-piece sunroof called the Freedom Top. Sounds like something you might find in a hotel room at a CPAC, but that's neither here nor there. It's got a 2-inch lift kit, 37-inch mud terrain boots, bead locks, and a set of Fox dampers.
Yeah.
Oh, and apparently a 3,600 kilogram capable winch.
Okay.
Yep.
That's some beef. So, I'm not going to do the math, but I'm thinking that's somewhere around the probably 8,000 or 9,000.
Yeah, closer to 8.
Rating.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Which, I mean, that's good. Think that this is probably rated close to 2-to-1, failure protection. So that thing's got to be, 4,000, maybe 4,500 pounds. So pretty light.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Not bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so this is what happens when your two intrepid hosts have to go work all damn day and most of the weekend.
Yeah. I don't have time to really be digging through stuff like this.
Yeah. Oh, God. Volkswagen is promising a $20,000 or $25,000 electric car by 2025. Uh-huh.
So what's it going to look like? What's it going to be like?
Well, let's see. So, it's going to be on a new architecture, a modified version of the MEB platform.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be really... so, Seat is going to be taking the lead on there. Seat, for everybody else not in Europe, like me and Dave, is yeah, it is a fun little European only brand. They make some interesting looking front wheel drive Golfs.
I've always quite enjoyed their styling.
Yeah, same here. They've been, I mean, interesting is one way to put it. I like some of the older, the classic Gran Turismo era ones.
Yes.
Those were great. But yeah, so let's see. Yes, it's going to lead the development and production of electric vehicles from Cupra, Skoda, Volkswagen, and possibly Audi based on the MEB Light platform.
Okay.
Yep. Let's see. Things like the Cupra Born and the Volkswagen ID3. Volkswagen's goal is producing affordable electric cars starting at 20,000 euros, 17,000 pounds. Or, about 25 grand for the rest of us.
Okay.
All right, screw Jalopnik. Dave, what the hell is this thing that you sent me?
Oh, I just really liked the thumbnail, mostly because it's everybody's, boy racer dreams mixed in with a little bit of mom's car. So there was a time where Mazda built a twin-turbo V6 626 sedan to rival the Evo from Mitsubishi.
Okay, I mean, hold on, I gotta share. It looks like we only have one person watching, and I just like this thing on Facebook. We gotta change this real quick.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, no, like that is just the thumbnail. Once I get done sharing this, I'm gonna flash the phone up here real quick. It looks great. It is like the perfect version of, because we all remember the Mazda Speed Protege. As soon as I saw that, I'm just
the Mazda Speed Protege had the MP5, the MP3, all kinds of goodies. But this takes it a little bit farther. This was at the Geneva Motor Show in 2000. So right as the whole Fast and Furious craze was popping off.
Yeah, so there is what we're talking about.
And you know what I like most about it is you can see a lot of Mazda 6.
Yeah.
A lot of production Mazda 6 in this. So you can definitely tell there was some heritage from the 6, or some heritage from the 626 in the 6. A little racy here. The fender flares were a nice touch. The wing was nice. The front end kind of reminds you of those early 2000s body kits that you could put on pretty much any car. You got it out of like the Nobi catalog, but that was the style.
Yeah, I mean, this thing was going to be a 2.5 liter turbo V6 because I believe that was the maximum displacement limit at the time.
I think you are correct. Looks like it's based off the KLZE, which was the export motor. We got the DE, which is lower compression, some softer cams.
Oh yeah.
But
280 horsepower, 289 pound-feet of torque.
They say that it was a permanent all-wheel drive setup, but they never really disclosed much more than that.
Yeah, they just kind of said. So, yeah, I mean that sub 5 second 0 to 60 time, top speed of around 150 miles an hour, which, I mean, for a homologation special, that's kind of what you want it to be.
Right, exactly. I mean, this thing definitely looks every bit of, pre-production concept here.
Oh yeah. I'm going to do some math because they just threw 1,380 kilograms was the rumored weight, which is just a smidge over 3,000 pounds.
Okay, I mean, they were heavy cars, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So, but that's not bad. Ooh, Jesus. 6-spot calipers in the front, 4 in the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big boy brakes.
Yeah, this thing
I'm sure a production car wouldn't have had anything close to that, but
oh Lord,
it's nice
no.
to dream.
Yeah, that is damn. That would have been something. Just imagine that being yet another entry thrown into the boy racer pool.
Right, exactly. That would be great. It looks like there was same year at the Tokyo Auto Salon, there was what they called the Capella MPS, which they were saying, I guess, was the same car just painted orange. But in the British Motor Show later that same year, there was a 323 MPS, so a little hot hatch.
Okay.
Probably a throwback to the old 323 GTX, the Familia GTX.
Oh, that fun little thing. Like that would have, man, again, that would have been a fun thing. Hey, Dash.
Mazda could definitely have zoomed a little bit harder.
They could have, but I mean, they kind of, put. They decided to throw everything behind trying to get the rotary to work in modern times, and the Miata, which I mean, sure, whatever. Speaking of rotary, so somebody in Drift, Utah said that they have a 2004 RX-8. They want to do a rebuild and some modifications to it, and they asked the internet. So,
you never want to do that.
Nope, but it has produced some very interesting answers. A couple of people have recommended enemy of the podcast, his shop. So that was a thing that happened. But apparently the boys over at Angel Motorsports have figured out a way to make the 13B that God loves, like some of those irons, work with the Renesis and actually make the Renesis be powerful and reliable.
Yes.
Which is interesting because I believe the front, they specifically mentioned the front irons, but those don't have exhaust ports on them. Or they're missing something kind of key.
Yeah, so the Renesis doesn't have any, the Renesis doesn't have any ports in the rotor housings. They're all on the front and mid and rear plates. You get no exhaust ports on the plates on the normal 13Bs and the 12As because you had a rotor housing port exhaust. So I'm kind of wondering how they're trying to stack this. I'm trying to read a little bit here. Yeah. But I do know that plenty of guys in road racing, and I think even some solo and solo 2 SCCA autocross classes have built a normal 13B with Renesis rotors, which gets you something like 10-to-1 compression, lighter rotating assembly. It all fits.
Yeah. Hey, Dave.
Oh, hi,
hey.
Tony.
Yeah, wave Tony. Hey, there we go. Tony's OG from way back in the day.
Yeah.
Shout out to that sexy firefighter and his mustache.
Oh, that stash.
Yep. So let's see. According to one of the denizens of Drift, Utah, on this person's post, her name is Shayla Thompson, by the way. This is Alex Snow, because Brad Clausen points out, friend of the cam thing from way back, Brad Clausen, RX-7 plates won't have exhaust ports, so I'm not sure how that would work, he says. And then somebody goes down, Alex Snow, I will have to rewatch their video as I plan on doing the hybrid build as well. However, from what I remember, the front plate is thicker and is one of the main reasons why the Renesis is trash when boosted. The front plate, along with a few other modifications, i.e. peripheral porting, is needed. Yeah. So that's a thing. So
interesting. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah, and we managed to go quite a ways before somebody said LS swap it. So
okay,
there we go. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those like, I mean, do you really? I mean, listen. The problems with the Renesis aside, the RX-8 is not a terrible platform for, if you want to get into some sort of performance driving. It's not the best, but it's not. And at the same time, like, if this is just kind of your first thing, do you really want to get balls deep on an LS swap?
I mean, I recommend against it, even though I think it's the best way to go.
Oh yeah, like if you're really about it, that's the way to go. But I mean, ask Nengus how his RX-8 swap was going.
Doesn't Brad own that now?
It's somebody's yard art now. So
I mean, it was 90% there.
it was real close. It was real close. And now he needs to replace trans in something, and he's just not going to do it because he wants to go drive other people's cars. So good for him.
Everybody's got their thing.
Hey, man. You saw that picture of him getting real saucy and Stucky's IS over the weekend? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, he's a coward. He won't drift his fucking big-ass 2500 Silverado on the 33s. Because like I just said, he's a fucking coward. But
yes,
he'll go get saucy in somebody else's car, and that's fine. That's good.
Yes, absolutely.
Bob, what do you have to say about this?
Apparently a lot.
Does Bob think Nengus is also a coward?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever. I guess Bob's stopping short of calling him a coward, but I'm not. I'll do it all day. Love you, Nengus. I know you're not listening. Love you, buddy. Oh my god.
Oh, Kitty.
Oh, Bob.
He's
Bob.
He's just shouting in the background.
He has opinions. He wants them heard.
Is so good. The podcast hears Bob.
I also hear you, Brandy. Hi.
Also, Mike says hi.
Yeah, man. Like, I see that's something like, what is a terrible car? Well, a car that has a terrible reputation that when you really kind of actually look at it and you wouldn't really recommend it to everybody, but it's the right car you'd recommend to somebody. Like an RX-8, like any rotary, you have to drive like an asshole, not because it makes you an asshole, because that's how you have to like work a rotary.
Right.
Like you have to warm it up.
Yeah, you have to wrap out that weed whacker.
Yeah, and then you can drive it like a normal person, but for like the first 15 minutes, ooh boy. You know? And I think, yeah, like there are some cars out there that I'm just like, this thing it's a handful. Yeah. But you get past some of these things and it ain't bad.
Yeah, like E30s or anything with a rotary in it. Or let's see, how far can I go on this list?
Let's see. Early SW20s with the snap oversteer of doom.
Yes.
Yeah, like those are, I mean, you get past the fact that a Toyota actively wants to kill you, and, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm thumbing through some pictures of the Godfrey Proof event.
Oh, yeah. That was, shout out to everybody who actually went out there in, like, the rain and snow.
Yeah, I heard it was quite the wet time.
It looked like it looked like a time, for sure. Yeah. Shout out to Jordan for drifting his new to him Raptor.
Yeah. We knew it was going to happen, even though trucks can't drift.
Well, I mean, listen. You turn that West Paddock into an ice rink, anything will get down.
You're right.
Yeah. So, I mean, listen, the more rubber you put down, the harder it is for water to get through the asphalt. So, like, you want to make it a fucking swimming pool? Let's do this.
Yeah. Flex Seal, baby.
Let's see. Dash. Let's see. Weren't the first gen Vipers an absolute nightmare if you didn't learn how to handle them? Pretty much every Viper up until that last generation where the government said, you have to have ABS, you have to have traction control.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain everything but the Gen 5 tried to actively kill you. And even then, the Gen 5 would actively attempt to kill you after you very easily defeated both of those government-mandated safety features.
Yeah, like it was just like a couple of buttons, and then suddenly it was back to the good old days.
Right,
exactly.
But,
yeah, the first gen Viper definitely was a handful because, big V10 and the fiberglass penis, but also they had side pipes, and it wasn't just like a regular door sill. It was huge.
Oh,
so
massive. Yeah, people used to think that C4 Corvettes had the really wide shoulders that you almost had to sit on to get into the car. No, the Viper has that beat. I mean, they have the catalytic converters, mufflers, and resonators in those side sills, and then the exhaust tips.
Yeah, and it was one of those, like, those things got hot. Like, there was a warning on the door sill that said, hey, do not put your legs or anything up against this thing if it is running or has recently been running, because you will burn yourself.
Yeah, it's I feel like that's probably a rite of passage with a first gen with side pipes is the the pipe burn.
I avoided the pipe burn. However, I did not avoid many of the early 90s Chrysler problems that plagued that car as well. Like being an early 90s Chrysler. Yeah. Yeah, just, randomly not getting any real clear indication on which check engine light is the most important one, because it had two.
Yeah, check gauges and check engine.
Yeah, God.
The gauges will tell you what are wrong. The engine will not.
Yeah. God, I'm still never going to forget pulling over in Barstow, getting a roll of duct tape, taping up that airbox, and suddenly it was smooth sailing until traffic got shut down. The California-Nevada border. Still hate that car. I'm glad it's in pieces. Fuck it.
So salty.
Just.
That's okay. You have your reasons.
Yeah. It's not like I'm not some dude on the internet who's hating something I have no experience with. I have just so much experience with this piece of shit. So, yeah, like it's. I think somebody in the on the street next door to me has an all-white Panamera.
Oh.
Yeah, like from my window, I can see down onto 33rd, and some interesting cars have driven by. So nice. If you're
you also have a Subaru friend in your apartment complex parking lot.
Yes, shout out to whomever it is with the narrow body, whatever 08 or 09, whatever it is. Same thing that shout out to Jamie Moreno, friend of the program. Same style that she's got, except this is red with a rattle cam black hood. I think it's an NVIDIA exhaust. Like, the more I look at it, the more it looks like an NVIDIA.
Yeah, I didn't get a good look at it when I was over there this weekend, but definitely melon shooter quality.
Oh, for sure. Like, we're launching grapefruits out the bag of this bitch. It moves. It's never in the same place twice. So whomever drives it. Yeah. So, I mean, it, stock ride height, stock wheels. So, it seems like they went with the exhaust because exhausts are cool. They make the car sound better. Or whatever.
I mean, as long as it doesn't have those stupid unequal length headers.
Oof, I hope not. I really hope not.
If it sounds like a misfiring Accord, it's a bad thing.
Hey. Oh, man. Oh,
wow,
Dad.
Jordan really was drifting the shit out of that Raptor.
Yeah. Dash. Panamera was the final nail in the coffin of Porsche giving a shit about design. 4-door car, bucket stretch a 911. SUV, 911 fat mode. Oof.
Well, yeah, I mean, Porsche is... Porsche's famously used and abused the classic 911 design and everything.
Yeah. It is like... When you talk about somebody's design language, it's really, you kind of point to a designer or just like an era and or like a philosophy. Porsche's design language is 911. And
right.
That's really it. And it is a car that, with very few exceptions, has a tremendous impact on the rest of the Porsche line. I think... Yeah, I think the Cayman and Boxster are finally kind of starting to get away from it.
Yeah, it took long enough.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, those things, it was one of those, it's like, well, it seems like you'd very easily shove 911 parts, like body panels onto this thing. It would be fine. You know, the Cayenne for the first few generations definitely was just a 911 given some
It was a
HGH.
lifted 997 with a backpack.
Yeah, but now, and the first generation Panamera for sure was heavy 911, but now, thankfully, everything seems to have. It seems like these different teams have grabbed their cars and are like, no, 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 and have taken it off to their corner of the office. So, except
Yeah.
except the Boxster and the Cayman people are still heavily cribbing off each other. Can I can I take a look at your homework, dude? Yeah, just change it a little bit. Wait, what?
I'm sorry, what? I'm looking at the 2021 lineup from Porsche, and we've got let's see here. You've got the 718 Boxster in base and S trim. You've got the Cayenne GTS. You've got the Macan. You've got the Boxster GTS 4.0. You got a Cayman GT4. I think that might be about it.
Yeah, like there's a lot. Also, I'm real glad they decided to put the big motor in a car that is truly mid-engine instead of finally just admitting what they should have done in the first place with the 911. You know, I mean, say what you will, that is it was a mid-engine car the last time around. It is now a mid-engine car officially.
Yes.
Just stop clinging to this magic of like a 35-65 front rear weight split being some sort of magical thing.
They've been putting the cart before the horse for quite some time.
Literally.
I don't know that it's doing them any favors anymore, save for maybe Heritage. But if they would be just like every other auto manufacturer and just say, fuck Heritage, do whatever, do what sells, right?
Exactly. I mean, it's one of those, it's to go like proper sports car racing, you still have to homologate a street car. So, and Porsche was learning that, man, and Corvette learned the same. You keep having that engine at either end of the car, it's not going to do great for you. So, you either got to shove it towards as close to the middle as you possibly can, or bite the bullet and just design the car around the engine.
Right. Which now I'm curious. I'm looking at some more of their offerings, and they've got a Taycan Turbo S Cross Turismo.
What?
Which is the liftback version of the Taycan.
Okay. The all electric thing.
Like, yeah, I mean, is the Taycan electric? Or is that just an option? Because I'm showing like a 4S, a Turbo S.
I'm pretty sure the Taycan is the all electric thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I think they just kept the Yeah.
Just kept the random nomenclature.
Yep, yeah, it is
Taycan Turbo S Cross Turismo starting at 187.6. Just in case you had any pocket change laying around.
Ah, Jesus.
But it literally looks like if Porsche made a 911 all-road.
I mean, they tried that with the 959.
No, this one actually, is a four-door and actually looks like it has, cladding. It has matte black cladding around the fender arches.
Oh my god. Does it also have a broken air suspension system?
I mean, probably eventually, sure. Okay, here. Taycan Turbo S. Oh, sorry. Taycan, yeah. Turbo
And
S Cross Turismo. Here we go. I'm going to
There it
find an
is.
image really quick and throw this up here.
okay.
So
Yeah,
the images on Porsche's website are in much more flattering colors. But
Nah. Like
okay, I don't know how well this is going to show up.
oh,
Sorry
oh,
for the ring light.
there it is. No, you're good.
Oh God.
Oh, it's trying. But
It's
I
really trying.
Hold
Anywho,
on.
you guys get the idea. You can see all of the black. It's got black cladding on it. The fender arches are plastic. It's a almost $200,000 Porsche SUV.
There we go. I think I can probably pull this thing up a little bit
Yeah,
better.
you're not trying to be a baller and use your fancy camera as a webcam. So your
Nope.
webcam could probably focus on your phone.
Oh boy. That is a thing.
You see it? I mean, it's even photographed on a gravel lot.
Ah, you love to see it.
So, okay, let's see here.
Yeah, that I mean
800-volt architecture. Oh, wow.
oh boy.
Launch control.
Because I mean that's what we're all looking for. Just our goofy off-roady thing that needs to have launch control.
Oh, okay. So Porsche's really kind of giving me some confused vibes here. I'm just going to spurt out the sales pitch that they've got here on Porsche.com.
Yes, sell me on this thing, Porsche.
The interaction of the drive components results in impressive performance figures, both technically and emotionally. It's two engines. Earmark that.
Yeah.
Engines. All electric engines, motors. I'm sure
All right,
this pisses
whatever.
some people off right now. They're also calling it a Turbo S.
Yeah, it seems like I mean, some people went with a very confusing alphanumeric thing, and
if it's
then
not alphabet soup, they're calling electric cars turbocharged.
yeah, like it's one of those. It's like I mean, we all remember the fun E63, C63, whatever 63, which was really powered by a 6.2 liter V8, but whatever.
Right.
tenth of a liter doesn't matter. This is one of those that's like Porsche is here for the like their thing is like, oh no, the model names are all going to be the same, but we're going to confuse the shit out of you with the different trim levels.
Right. Apparently, turbo is a trim level for Porsche. I would expect something like that from Kia or Hyundai, not Porsche.
Well, I mean, I can, because I mean there's the nine.
It sounds like a step below an Abarth, right? You've got the Fiat 500 Pop, you've got the 500 Sport or whatever, and then you've got like the 500 Turbo, and then you have the 500 Abarth. Like
yeah, like it seems like it, AJ. So they're going the way of BMW. They're doing what they can, man. So
just remember Mercedes-Benz of old, like you were saying, like CLS 600 AMG.
Yeah, just instead of just adding stuff, they're just confusing. But I will say that again, the 911 rears its ugly head. So, oh god, so they're using ASCII to name their cars. Zing.
Programmers.
So I mean, there's the 911. There's the 911 Carrera, the C2, the C4, the C2S, the C4S. Then there's the 911 Turbo. Then there's the 911 Turbo 4S. Then the Targa and the Cabrio. So it's like, as far as 911s go, Turbo is for sure a trim level. So it's like, okay, all right, that's what we're doing.
Man,
so
that's something.
It's fucking great.
The more I learn about this kind of stuff, the more I am disgusted.
Yeah, well, fucking hell. It's one of those things. Let's talk about some better stuff real quick. First we got some shout outs. Friend of the program, Sally McNulty. She's doing her first season of TCA racing in
Sweet.
in World Challenge. She's got TC America stuff. Coda in a few weeks is her next race, and first race at Sonoma. It was literally her, Marcus with the good hair, aka Snow Performance Marcos, and Chris Bermudez. That was her crew at Sonoma.
All right.
But for Coda, she is hooking up with VGMC Racing. They are another Honda Civic team. They campaign cars in TCA, TC, and TCR. So she's going to be hooking up with them, which means she's actually going to be getting some data and some better setup tips from somebody who knows what to do with that Civic Si. So that's going to be quite awesome. So shout out to Sally. We'll post some links of how to watch Sally at Coda in the coming weeks. Yeah, so there is that. I want to say shout out to Cole and everybody over at Sierra Cars. You can get a road legal Sierra RX3. They have one with lights, headlights, brake lights, tail lights, and turn signals. So
all the stuff that makes it street legal.
If you want to street shark your Sierra RX3, man, go get them. Go.
It was only a matter of time.
It really was.
The desire was there from the moment they built the prototype. I'm sure of it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, knowing Cole, for sure. So, man, that is that. And also, shout out to a friend of the program, Joey. He got himself some Underglow and LED interior lights for Cressy.
Yes. This is so needed.
Yep. So I think everything's there. He's trying to figure out the interior lights are USB powered, which is weird. So
you'd be surprised how many little chintzy items are powered by USB.
Oh yeah, so he's definitely going to be going. He's figuring out how to hardwire them in. So he's got some plans. Yeah, not hard at all. It's easy enough. So yeah, so there will be a maroon Cressida on R32 GTR wheels with underglow with some dope ass interior lighting coming to a summer car show near you.
And the world will be complete.
And also while we're here, Friday I went over, saw our boy Casey Barrett at Sedep Automotive.
Yes.
And this was a long time coming. He cut and buffed my headlights and replaced both my bulbs.
Hey.
So now your boy can, I don't have to live by the old Lucas Electrics motto of get home by sundown. I can actually see.
Excellent.
Yep. So shout out to Casey. Yeah, he's one of those guys. Really any work you need done and you're in the valley, go see Casey. He can do pretty much whatever it is you need. So, oh man, AJ.
He's just coming up with the bangers.
No, Dave. Do you remember when he had the LS?
I do.
And he put it in my driveway.
Mm-hmm.
And he ripped the oil pan off.
Yep.
And yeah, I remember I was supposed to go out with my ex that night, and I couldn't. I mean, it had to get fixed in my garage, so I kind of felt weird. And she just kind of, took off. Was not thrilled about that, but
well,
I mean,
better off without him.
I wasn't gonna leave my boy like that.
Mm.
So
not in your own driveway.
No, that's like if he got most of the way home, it would be like, I'll pick you up and give you a ride home. But yeah,
didn't even start your journey.
Exactly. So
we just I think we need to gift our boy Joey a hefty skid plate for that car.
I think we do too. I think we really do.
Give him some 1/4-inch steel or something. That way we can like jack the car up with it or some shit.
Just give him a flat bottom of like 1/4-inch plate steel.
I mean, it'll be a 4,800-pound car by the time we're done, but
Listen, that 7M's been in some pretty hefty cars, so it'll be all right. It'll be fine.
You're right. Like you said the other day, when it starts to make exhaust manifold leaks, just strap a turbo to it.
Exactly.
Exhaust leaks go away when there's a turbo present.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful thing. It's truly a beautiful thing.
Gotta love it.
Ooh. Damn, almost just saw a sport bike asshole a fucking Nissan Sentra.
Oh.
Shout out to you impatient dudes on sport bikes. Ooh, there it is.
Yep.
AJ, bolt a plate of body armor, cross member, and you're fine. There
if it
it
wasn't
is.
so damn expensive, I could probably bring home a nice big sheet of Kevlar.
Yeah, God, that would be amazing. Oh, that'd be fucking great. Man, well,
what's the traffic like over there?
Dude, it is like it's dark, so I can really only see stuff coming through the intersection, which is poorly lit, which is a real problem here in America. It is in America. It's very dangerous to be on a sidewalk, which is usually next to a street, because America was, for the last 70 years, we've been really car crazy. So our infrastructure is really geared around the car. Yeah. Case in point, like if I walk a half mile north of my office, the sidewalk just randomly just ends. There's plenty of room for sidewalk. It just stops. So, it's
never
one of those.
Change America. Never change.
Yep. God. So it's really dark out there. So I can only kind of sort of see things, but I've seen a few E90 and newer 3 Series with some very visible windshield banners. Not sure what they are, who they're repping, but I mean, shout out to you, BMW boys in the Brickyard area. So, all right. Hey, AJ's got some things here. First off, if AR500 can stop a 7.62 and keep you from scalping your oil pan.
Facts.
Very true. They don't believe in sidewalks in the great state of Tennessee. I had to look up an address in Chattanooga, and it was either a rundown warehouse that was still being used to ship stuff or an abandoned house. So, and then they also don't believe in shoulders in most places. So,
I mean, that's the East Coast in general.
It really is, man. The East Coast is just it's where the history comes from. Also, oh man, they really like having ditches. Yeah, listen, they're just hoping.
Man. Top roping this.
They're just with the chair just coming off the top of the cage.
They really like having ditches right next to the side of the road.
Yep. Just brutal.
That's where you put the bodies.
Exactly. I mean, where else is the garbage going to go?
Speaking of dead bodies, oh god.
Oh.
I used to read meters on houses that I'm pretty sure had dead bodies inside. Well,
AJ, God, next time you're out here, we have to. I don't care if it's off schedule. We're recording a special episode. We
have to.
That is. Well, since we're about at that time.
We have managed to not completely fuck it up.
We got close. We got close. Oh.
Oh, wow. God damn.
AJ.
I just imagined 2 skeletons in easy chairs watching a TV.
One holding a Miller Lite. That's how it has to be.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I mean, if you've enjoyed what AJ has been firing off here at the last minute or two, and also me and Dave's witty banter, and you could hear her in the background, Dave's his lovely girlfriend Brandy. The lot of us, along with Brandon Kuhn and Glenn Hecht, we have a podcast called Nerding for Beginners. We're doing a Dungeons and Dragons playthrough. It's really the main thrust of it. And after a hiatus, Dave and Brandy are coming back.
We are.
Yes, it's going to be a great time. Assuming I have my office set up, we will probably record. We'll try to get a few episodes in, but new episodes of that every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, and Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah, Amazon
That's a
Podcast.
fact.
That's a thing. It is.
All right.
It really is. And also, in the vein of podcasts, me, Pizza Legally Dead father, Brandon Christiansen, and Michael Pumpkin Nielsen, we are going to be starting up a new motorsports-centric podcast.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to be calling it a Formula Whatnot. And we are going to be taking over the old Camcast feed, seeing as how I'm still fucking paying for it.
Might as well make it work for you.
Yep. So we're going to be talking Formula One, other motorsports. We're going to be talking to some of our motorsports friends. And yeah, we're going to be recording our first episode this Wednesday. So we're going to be talking about the upcoming season, reviewing the 2020 F1 season, talking about Drive to Survive, making some bold predictions. So, yep, yes, AJ, it's F1 stuff and other motorsports stuff. Yeah, man, we will, don't worry, there will be some newsy stuff, motorsports newsy stuff. So that means I have more of a reason to watch the fun motorsports that we get. Oh, also, Drunkle Chirp might make an appearance because, listen, I'll fire off some takes on Twitter. He goes the full old man thing and just fires off takes to me via text.
Yep.
It's great. So there we go. Let's see. Dave, you got anything you want to talk about real quick?
No.
Okay.
I'm boring. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You're not boring. I'm boring. I sit in an office for 9 hours a day, then I come home.
I mean, I build cop cars for 8 hours a day, and then I come home.
Yeah, see, you do a bit more than I do, so there it is. All right. Well, for this episode of Cam Shenanigans, thank you everybody for checking us out, watching me be all sexy on my bed. Yeah. How
It's
you
that
doing?
pose. It's that sexy pose that makes one of your hips go numb.
God, my shoulder and neck are killing me right now. So I think we need to end this. Thank you everybody for joining us for this episode of Cam Shenanigans. I have been Mike.
And I have been Professor Dave.
All right. Check us out on the social medias. Like, rate, review, subscribe to the podcast wherever you get your podcasts, and we will see you all next week. Bye.
Laters.
Gentle kiss.